Hello again there, fellow YouTubers and modelers. This is Commodore Urban here, and I'm actually doing this little bit of this video here to kind of just talk to you a little bit about the situation that some of us model builders are in. And if you're a model builder such as I am, and you build ocean liner models, then you're kind of I don't know how you can consider this to be, well, I don't know, screwed, I guess. Because a lot of model companies anymore, they don't really produce models of transatlantic passenger liners. I mean, you have a few here and there, but that's about it. And with me, I'm always either having to custom make a model or having to pay high dollars for an old kit that that isn't even being produced anymore. And that's actually a very good scenario because I actually had to pay one time. Trying to think here. I have an original 1996 Glencoe model of the SS France, and I paid $50 for it. And I mean, it's crazy. And I actually went online not too long ago looking for the Airfix's 1/600 scale version of the SS France, and it's like 70, 80, even over $100 for it. I'm thinking, what the hell, man? I mean, it's completely, utterly retarded. And I was looking at, not too long ago, I was looking for the 1/350 scale model of the Lusitania because I have the 1/600 scale model of the Mauritania by Airfix, and I was really wanting to get the 1/350 scale Lusitania to add to the collection. And I found two different ones not too long ago. I found the original Intex model from 1978, which it was I believe $99.99 with free shipping, and the other one was made by Guernsey Zanio, which is Mr. Hobby today. And if you've ever seen Frankie Day's videos, he actually has both versions of that model and stuff. And I found the Guernsey Zanio model on there, and they're wanting $150 for it. And it's utterly ridiculous for us model builders that are, that build ocean liners, because it's stupid how much money we have to pay to get a model of a ship that we want. Like, I remembered paying $60 for the Revell SS United States model, which you've seen. If you follow my channel, you have seen my review video for it, and also for the stupid little support things for which I don't get why they made them, because it's flat bottomed. But anyway, it's just, like I said before, if you're a model builder and you build ocean liners, there's not really much of a choice out there. I mean, yeah, sure, Revell's got a few ocean liner models. They've got the 1/400 scale Queen Mary 2, which is $100+ for it. Then they have the 1/1200 scale Queen Mary 2, which is about $15-20. The 1/1200 scale model Titanic, a 1/1200 scale model Queen Elizabeth 2, which, don't get me started on Queen Elizabeth 2 models. I found some of them too. Those are expensive as hell. There's the 1/570 scale model Titanic, the 1/570 scale model Queen Mary. There's the 1/700 scale model Titanic, and just recently the 1/700 scale model of her sister Olympic, which all it is just a reamp Titanic model with a new molded hull to simulate the Olympic's hull and new decal sheet, and that's just the 1/700 scale model of the Titanic with Olympic facelift. But I was looking online at another model. It was a 1/350 scale model of the Hakawa Maru, which is a Japanese luxury line that's preserved today in Japan. And I have the 1/700 scale model of her as a hospital ship. And I saw that and I thought, wow, that's actually a really good scale, because I have a 1/350 scale model of the RMS Titanic by Minicraft Models. Originally was Intex, and then after Intex done it, Revell bought the molds, and Revell made it there for a while, and then finally Minicraft bought the molds while uh, Gunzi Sanyo purchased the molds from Revell, also the Lusitania, which they made the Lusitania model, which I don't think they make it now anymore, which I wish they would. But anyway, that's what I was doing right here before I started this video. I was working on my Titanic, and I've actually got some of it done. See, I've got the hull and stuff done, as you can see here. You can see right there, I've got the hull and stuff finished up. Well, it's not all the way finished, but I've got most of it done. I've got the intersection of I've got that finished there. I've got a little bit there to work on there, and I've also got the cabins installed there. See, I even trimmed the cabins up too, like they would have. I was looking at historical footage of, the private suites on B deck, and they showed the private promenade. And from those old photographs, I was able to kind of follow the pattern and painted that onto the walls at one side of the ship. I've got, I got that basically done. I've got the fourth funnel house finished up here. I've got, the third funnel house there done. I've got most of the poop deck done, and basically the entire forecastle deck is done. I've got, almost entirely basically the top of the first class lounge done right there. And I've got basically the entire boat deck done area here done, except, well, damn it, one of the vents broke off. I'm going to have to dig in my box over and look for it and glue it back on there. And then I've got the A deck promenade deck done, and you probably wonder why I painted these things black. I did that so when I put the walls and stuff in there, you can actually see a contrast with the inside and outside. You can see the windows better. You can see that better. That's one of my tricks though, so you can take this stuff and paint it on the inside darker color, so when you put the walls and stuff up, you can actually see the windows and stuff. And that's one of my tricks. But, I was watching, Frankie Day's video on the Lusitania model he was working on for his winter project, and he was talking about how back in the 70s and 80s, people were really excited about, getting, for all these ocean liner models coming out and stuff, and, we're looking forward to other ships such as like 1/350 scale Queen Mary and such. Oh, that would be an awesome model to have. Or even better, a 1/350 scale model, the SS United States. I have the 1/400 scale one by Glencoe Models, which originally was made by the Ideal Toy Corporation in 1954. But the difference between it and the Glencoe model is the base. The Glencoe model has the wooden base versus the plastic base of the Ideal Toy Corporation model. And the reason why is that the molds for it weren't salvageable, so they had to scrap those molds and they made a wooden base to go with the ship, which is kind of ironic because when the ship was in service, she never had any wood on board her at all until later in her life she had some wooden items on board, but it wasn't much compared to the other Grand Liners. And then it all comes back down to this stuff, but that model was bought for me for a birthday gift, a year or so ago for my birthday. But anyway, like I said, it all comes back around again. Like I said, model companies aren't making ocean liner models. They're not. If they're making ship models, they're either making the tall sailing ship models like the famous Cuddy's Ark or the old Ironside of the Constitution, or they're building warship models. Battleships like the Arizona, the Missouri, the Bismarck, and they're doing heavy cruisers. They're doing flat top carriers like the Enterprise, the Lexington, the Concord, like I showed you the one video I made, the Nimitz and stuff like that. And it's just, there really isn't that much of a choice in ocean liner models. Now, way back in the day when the ocean liners were still in service, different companies made different models, and there's still some companies that still produce those models, like I said, Revell. They've made some, and they made more than that. They've made models of the Great Eastern, which that's a very rare model. They've made models of the two more McCormick line sisters, the Argentina and the Brazil, which those are hard to find. They've made models of the Orion, which was a P&O liner. And Airfix has made the Canberra, they've made the Queen Elizabeth II, the Mauritania, the Great Western, which was one of the very first pioneering steamships. And then you had Lindbergh models, which they make the President Wilson and President Cleveland kit, but originally was made by Lifelike. I believe Lifelike was the first company that produced the President liner one. And there's just so many different models though, but a lot of them they don't even produce anymore. Like I said, it's just, they just quit making them. And there's still people out there that want to build models of these famous ships. And so this is, if anybody from the modeling companies see this, produce more ocean liner models. I mean, for goodness sake. I mean, basically in the ocean of Titanic models that's produced. I mean, yeah, the Titanic's the most produced ship model ever because it's one of the most famous ships in the world. And I've got about 4, 5, 6 models of the Titanic alone. And I don't need no more. I'd like to have some more of other ships. And if I could, that's what I want. And other modelers like me, that's what we want too. So, it just, like I said before, it's just ocean liner models and stuff. They're really hard to come by. When you do find them, you're going to be expecting to pay a pretty good amount of money for them. And I've paid a pretty good amount of money for the ones I have. And I have a real good friend of mine too who gave me a couple of them that I have. So I thank him a lot for that because I didn't have to pay money for them and stuff like that. So that's a nice thing. So I mean, I'll just conclude it there with that, my discussion about ocean liner models and stuff and all that. Until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying, have smooth skies and clear seas and stuff. I got that mixed up. It's have clear skies and smooth seas. See, I'm rambled about this shit. So, and if you enjoyed the video, please please hit like and leave a comment below. I would love to read your comments, and I might even answer a few of your questions and stuff too on this. And if you love the channel and stuff, please hit the subscribe button. And that's all you can do. And then like I said, until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying, ships ahoy, my friends.